डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी.
Namaskar students, I Dr. Himanshu Patel welcome you from the Chaitanya studio of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Open University. We are in lecture series for the program Bachelor in Computer Application, and we are in lecture series for the paper BCA 105, that is Introduction to Computer Office Suite. We want to apply animations to our content, because animation effect moves the content around on slide, which makes it more attractive and grasp the concentration of audience. So, animation is very useful for presentation. So, here we can have different kind of animation effects which is readily available in Microsoft PowerPoint. So, here we discussed about custom animation. So, in order to apply animation, you can have either text or image or clip art or auto shape or word art on your slide. So, first of all, you have to insert any object to give animation, that is without selecting object you cannot provide animation. So, first you have to insert object and then you can provide animation. Now, how to provide animation, that we see step by step. So, for example, we have this kind of picture available on our slide. So, what we can do is we can right click on that object, pop up menu will appear, and from that you have to select custom animation, and whenever you select custom animation, these kind of pen will be shown on right of your Microsoft PowerPoint interface. Now, what kind of effect that you can apply for your object is shown here. Here we have option add effects. Mainly there are 4 kind of effects are provided by Microsoft. The first is called entrance effect, another is called emphasis effect, the third one is called exit effect, and finally interesting effect is called motion path effect. From motion path we have different kind of movement is there, diagonal downward, if you want to move object from diagonally top to bottom, then diagonal upright, whatever direction is there, in that way object will move on slide. So, here we have different kind of motion paths are there, but if you want to create random path for your object, then what you can do is you can select draw custom paths, and inside draw custom path we can select either scribble, freeform, curve or line. So, you can select any of these. If you select entrance, emphasis, exit, different kind of effects will be shown on screen, from where you have to select particular effect, and you can also preview that effect before actually running the slideshow, right. So, we have preview also, we can preview also the effect that we have applied to particular object. So, here we can apply animation effect, right, and once that effect is applied, you can have this play button which shows the preview of that effect. Now, here I have draw freeform. So, these kind of lines are shown because it is a free form. So, I have used that effect, and whenever I press this play button, the rabbit will move along that path, whatever path is there, rabbit will move accordingly, or any object that you have selected will move on this path. So, this is how you can apply custom animation. That means, you decide the type animation path yourself. So, now let us look at the various type of animation effects. What kind of effects are available in that 4 category that we discussed. The first kind of effect is entrance effect. As its name suggests, entrance effects are applied, then object is enter into slide. Now, how it enters into slide is decided by the effect that you have select. For example, if I select fly in, then what will happen? The object will fly from outside onto the slide at its position. So, these kind of effect are called entrance animation effect. Now, not only you can apply these effects, but you can also controls how it enters in onto the slide, whether it comes from left, whether it comes from right, whether it comes from top, whether it comes from bottom, that you can also decide, right. So, these kind of predefined effects are there, and you can also decide when these effects are applied, whether it is on mouse click, it is automatically applied. So, it is also decided by the user. So, the first kind of effect is entrance effect. Now, you have to create new Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, you have to put certain content on it, and then you can try these kind of effects on that object and preview how it looks like. If you found useful, then you can keep, you can even remove animation effect also. If once it is applied, it is not that it remains forever, you can also remove these kind of effects. So, second type of effect is emphasis effect. So, as its name suggests, we try to emphasize something, the content we want to emphasize can be given this kind of effect. So, here for example, grow and shrink, it means the object is shrink and grow in size. So, we want to emphasize that this is the thing. So, this kind of effect can be given emphasis effect. The third kind of effect is called exit effect. What will happen in entrance effect? Object comes from outwards to slide. Here object moves out of the slide. So, these kind of effects are called exit effect. For example, disappear. The moment this effect is applied, that is invisible from slide. So, it disappears, means exiting from the slide. So, you can select any of these effect from this list, and from where this list will come, that animation effect, and from animation effect you have to select any of these 4 effect, and when you click on that you will get these dialog boxes to select particular effect for the content. The last is a motion path. So, here there are predefined paths are available. For example, if I select heart, then object starts from the first point and travel entire hearts and again came back to the starting point. So, these kind of motion path you can have for your objects. So, we have learned how to apply animation effect to your object. That object may be text, the object may be picture, clip art, auto shape or any other things that is available as a content on your slide. As I told you earlier, you cannot have this kind of effect is available, but you can also control the way it behaves. For example, I can give effect like sound. For example, when I finish my presentation, I can have clap sound by the audience. So, these kind of sound, I can have sound of blast, I can have sound of bird. So, these kind of sound can be added. So, here you can select sound. There are many kind of sounds are available that you can select from, and you can also hear how this sound will look like. Here you can decide that you want to animate text, for example, if it text, you want to animate text all at once or character by character or word by word. So, these kind of control you have to apply animation. The second thing is timing. How long you want to apply animation effect, that you can also control. So, here you can see when you want to start effect, on mouse click or automatically after one another, or whenever user clicks on mouse. So, that is the start. Delay, how much time you want to keep for animation to start is called delay. Here delay is in second, remember. So, that you have to. Then speed, speed may be too slow, slow, medium, fast, too fast. So, you can select any of these to decide the speed of your animation, which is comfortable to user, and whether you want to repeat that animation effect or not, that you can also decide. And lastly, text animation. Here how you can group text by first level paragraph, or you can have different options also. So, you can not only apply the animation, but you can also control the how animation will play using animation effects. So, these are the different kind of effects option available for animation effect. Some option may be differ depending on the type of animation, but more or less it allows you to control when animation starts, how long it will play, and how it enter, exits or moves on particular path, that can be decided. Now, once your content is ready, we have created content using different layouts, we use different design templates to make slides attractive, we have applied different animation effect to different objects on slide. Now, our content is ready. Now, what next? I want to present that content to the user. So, for that I have to configure my slideshow. So, you can tap the space, when you actually run the slideshow, how to advance slide, that we will discuss. To run a slideshow, we generally press F5. F5 is the shortcut key to run slideshow. You can also click on slideshow button, which is available in slide view button. So, by once your slideshow is run, you can advance the slide. You can tap the space bar, tap the enter key, tap the right arrow key, or click on the left mouse button to move forward from one slide to the next during the show. That means either you press space bar, enter key, or right mouse button and then select next. So, this is how you can advance your slide. When you get to the end of show, the presentation will return to your slides. If slideshow is ended, then you again return to the PowerPoint. Anytime you want to end the show, simply click the escape key in the upper left corner of the keyboard, or click the right mouse button and click on end show in the pop-up menu. So, two way you can end your presentation. One is by just pressing escape key and another is right click on your slideshow and you have to select end show. So, this is how you can advance your slide and stop your slideshow. Now, another thing is slide transition. When one slide is changed to another, we want to apply certain animation effect to this transition. So, these kind of effect are known as a slide transition. To add motion, animation, sound and color to our presentation, we use transition method. So, one slide is changed, you want to play some sound, you want to apply some animation effect. So, that is possible with the help of slide transition. Point in the middle of the slide and click on your right mouse button and then you have to click on slide transition. So, we have options for slide transition. For that you have to right click on your slide and then you have to select slide transition from pop-up menu. So, here you can see we have slide, I have right click on this slide and this menu will appear and from here I have to select slide transition. Now, what will happen when I press slide transition? So, here you can see we have this kind of pen will appear on right hand side of our interface and its name is slide transition. So, here you want to select different kind of transition for slide. So, here we have list, you have to try yourself how this transition will look like. So, you can select transition from here and then from modify transition you can decide whether this transition happens faster, slower, medium, speed, whatever you want from modify transition and the sound that you want to play when slide transits or changing from one to another. So, we can have different slide transition for different slides and different sounds when slide changes from one to another. And now, next is how your slide will advance. That means, you have to manually move to the next slide or it will automatically happen. So, here you have to click on mouse click, means whenever you click on mouse next slide will appear and when it appear this kind of effect will be shown and whatever sound you have selected here will be played. And here you can decide apply to all slide, otherwise it is applied to a particular slide on which you click right click and open this. So, these you can decide whether you want to apply to all slide or particular slide. And here there is a play button that you can press to see how transition will appear and what kind of sound will be played before actually presenting the presentation. So, we have learned about slide transition, which is very important for advance the slide and you can also control how it will work. The next option Microsoft PowerPoint provides is color scheme. By default it use black and white scheme, that is black text and white background. So, here you can select different kind of colors. Here from slide design that we have already discussed, you have to click on color schemes. We have already learned design templates, but now we are interested in applying color design, color scheme, sorry. So, here we have color scheme, right. So, here you can see that different kind of colors are there and how this color will apply to your slide, that you can apply by clicking on this button which is there when you select particular color scheme. Here we have option apply to all slide or apply to selected slide. So, it is generally advised to use same look and feel or color scheme for all the slides, because otherwise it does not look professional. So, you have to use same color scheme for all the slides. So, here you can select apply to all slides, but nevertheless you can also apply these color scheme to particular slide only, right. So, this is how we can apply color scheme, but not only that, suppose you want minor correction in these color scheme. For example, if I want to make heading bigger or smaller than given by this color scheme, I can, or want to use different color, then I can edit this color scheme by clicking on this link with caption edit color schemes. So, here whenever I click on this link, this dialog box will appear on screen. Now, here what you can do is you can change color for title text, shadow, text and line, background, etc. So, you can decide what kind of background will be applied to slide, what kind of title text will be there, what kind of accents and hyperlinks will be displayed. So, here you can click on color and change also, and here you have to press apply button in order to apply these changes. So, here you can also preview your new color scheme. So, this is how we can apply color scheme. The important part for every slide is background. The background make the slide more attractive and presentable. So, you need to change background. So, Microsoft PowerPoint provides different option for changing background. You can have solid color, you can have pattern, you can have picture as a background. So, Microsoft PowerPoint provides you option for providing different kind of background, right. So, here how to open this background, right. So, you have to right click on any slide to change its background. The first thing, you have to right click on slide, then this pop up menu will open, and from this pop up menu you have to select background. Background, whenever you click on background, the second dialog box will appear something like this. Here we have preview. By default it use solid background. So, for example, here I select blue. So, background is blue, and if I press apply to all slides background will become dark blue in this case, and if I press apply, it is only applied to the slide on which I right click and select background, right. But if you want to change this default background color, you can click on this, and here we have options like more colors and fill effects. More colors will show you a color dialog box where you can select particular color of your choice, and if you click on this fill effect, the dialog which is shown here will be displayed. So, here we have different options like gradient, texture, pattern and picture. So, gradient is basically a combination of two colors that you can apply to your background. So, here by default we have one color, two color or presets. So, if I select one color, I can have shade of one color only. and if I say 2 color, I have combination of 2 colors in shade, and we can have preset also. So, here there is a shading style which shows horizontal, vertical, diagonal up, diagonal down, from corner and from title. So, here in preview you can see how your slide will look like. So, you have to try this yourself, so that you can better understand how it will work. In texture, there are predefined textures like wood or stone, something like predefined textures are available that you can select and apply to single slide or all the slides. And in pattern, we have pattern of lines that you can apply, but generally we use either gradient, texture or picture. When you want to create professional presentation, you can have your custom background image, so that it may be company logo or it may be some photos relevant with content. So, you can also put picture as a background, and you can also set its transparency. That means, because if it is not transparent, then your content is not visible. So, you can also decide its transparency as well as the picture and how it will be fill in background, that you can also decide. So, this is how we can change background. Now, finally, we want to present our content to the audience. So, you need to view your slideshow. So, again the shortcut key for viewing slideshow is F5, or you can press run show button from slide view. Now, whenever you present the content to the audience, you need to set up show. So, here whenever you want to set up show, you can always set up. Now, this is available from slideshow menu, and you have to select setup show. So, here we have different options available for setup show. For example, show type is presented by speaker, which means in full screen, or browsed by an individual in a window, or browsed at a kiosk. So, generally we select first option. Here it shows option loop continuously until escape. So, whenever the last slide appears, it will not return to the PowerPoint, but it automatically switch to the first slide. So, loop continuously until escape will keep slide on rotating, and whenever that last slide will appear, it again starts from the beginning. And show without animation, if it is tick, then all animation effect are not shown to the user. And you can also write down on your slideshow to explain the content, and for that you can use pen. Here we have pen color as a red. You can always change this pen color to write something on slideshow. And here we can decide whether we want to present all slide to the user or a particular set of slides to the user. So, here you can decide all or from 1 to or between certain range. And how you want to advance slide, manually or using timings if present. We can also rehearse our slides, so that it will automatically record how many times you have spent on this slide, and when you present the show, it will automatically change the slide after that much time. So, you can use that timings if present. If you rehearse, then and then it is available, otherwise you have to manually change the slide. So, these are the different options that you can use to configure your slideshow. The last thing is we can rehearse the timing. Now, how to rehearse the timing? You have to select from slideshow menu, rehearse timing. So, here we have rehearse timing option available, and when you click on that, these kind of toolbar will appear on screen, and whatever time you have spent on particular slide is recorded and displayed on these, and whenever you finish your slideshow, that time spent on each and every slide is recorded, and when you again present that slideshow, and if you select this option using timings if present, then it will automatically play that slides without presenter, but with his voice or her voice, right. So, this is how it provides useful features to present the slideshow without the need of presenter automatically, and it is only available if we have select that if timing present option, right. So, this is how we can rehearse our slideshow. So, let us conclude this session. In this session, we have learned about what is PowerPoint is, then how can we create new slides using layouts, how can we put different kind of content on your slide, how can we apply design, color scheme and animation scheme to different content on slides, and how can we start our slideshow, and how can we configure slideshow before presenting the actual slideshow, and how can we rehearse the timing for slideshow. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you and happy learning.
स्वाध्यायः परमं तप